He's the most decisive person I ever met in my life.
Doug Wead has known George W. Bush for 20 years, since he worked in the White House when Bush's father was vice president and became an informal advisor to the son.
He absolutely has doubts. Yeah, oh sure, sure. But compared to most people I've met, he has fewer, given the situation he's in, than anybody I know.
Son and grandson and great-grandson of highly successful men, George W. Bush spent years, it seemed, struggling to come to grips with that legacy. Doug Wead recalls a conversation with the president's younger brother, Marvin.
After the election in 1988, when his father was elected president, I went out to dinner with Marvin. And I said, Marvin, how about you guys? You have any interest in politics, your generation? He said, yeah, we think Jeb's going to do something. I said, well, what about George? He was my boss, and he was the oldest, you know. I said, what about George? He said, George, he's the family clown. He's not going to do anything. So this was the perception in 1988.
Long shadow of the first Iraq war, his father's war, when Saddam Hussein was left in power. This president personalized the global showdown with Saddam in 2002.
There's no doubt his hatred is mainly directed at us. There's no doubt he can't stand us. After all, this is the guy that tried to kill my dad at one time.
There is a kind of pop psychological explanation of the war in Iraq that it has to do with his rivalry or his desire to one-up his dad. What do you think of that?
I think that's very close. But when it comes to Saddam Hussein, he tried to kill his father. And he loves his father. And we've talked about this.